Hello and welcome to another episode of Tea Time on Plus TV Africa. My name is Elsie Godwin. When we are not dissecting the biggest entertainment stories of the day, then we are definitely chatting with interesting personalities in the world of entertainment. Whatever the case may be, I never do both alone. I'm here with the regulars, Ife Oshunkeye and Ife Omai. Hey guys.
What up?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
Well, how are you?
Well, how are you doing? That's the question.
Oh, I said well. And then I'm asking her, how is she doing?
Ife, the former the national team.
You know
She's
that
us.
I'm Nigerian.
She's an Aussie.
I'm
She's giving the whole foreign
whatever.
accent.
I do now. How fun now?
Okay, you deal with us now. Right. So what's up?
Okay, there's a gist.
What's the
A
gist?
switch gist.
Yesterday, we brought you the story of a young man who was reprimanded by oil mogul and businessman Tonya Cole for asking Wole Soyinka to get up from his allocated flight seat. Mixed reaction trailed the conversation as some were in support of the young man, while others lamented as to how respect is no longer available in the society. Nollywood actor Kate Henshaw and media mogul Mo Abudu commented on Tonya Cole's post, stating their displeasure. Now, Mo Abudu said, and I quote, "So sad, that young man will get what he truly deserves. That is definite." A certain young man then came up after our conversation yesterday by the name Tosin Odunfa. He claims to be the young man in question, said he's unashamed and that he has a PhD in electrical engineering and tech nano-electromagnetic theory from the University of Manitawi or whatever. He said that Wole Soyinka commended him for his actions, saying that Nigerian youths need to stand up for themselves. He went on to say that he is on the autism spectrum and therefore he needed the window view to keep him from getting sick on the plane. Now, the interesting part starts when the social media FBI investigators seem to have revealed the true identity of the man claiming to be the young man in the baseball cap and t-shirt on the airplane. Good thing is his name remains constant, Tosin Odunfa. They say the university he claims to have graduated from is not in existence and that he is a TV show host who used to work or still works for Mo Abudu's Ebony Life television. Now, that is where the interesting conversation starts because people are saying that is Mo Abudu now going to give Tosin Odunfa what he truly deserves? That's one. Secondly, is this a PR stunt for Tosin Odunfa? And then thirdly, people in the media space, people like Omojo have come out to say this goes to show how media houses are not paying attention. They don't research, they just copy and paste. That it's expected for you to be able to at least find out what University of Manatiwi or whatever that was before you even decide to push such stories and spread it. So I don't know what you guys think, Ife.
Well, I'm going to go against all your conspiracy theories.
It's not my own, no. I say people are saying.
What people are saying, I'm going to go against that, and I'm going to commend the intelligence of this young man who, out of all, he milked it perfectly because this is the case of national consciousness about the culture of Nigeria, about the respect you're supposed to give to the elderly ones and all of that. And this young man came up, he went all Wole Soyinka on us, really, because I didn't even think about the university or whatever you called it. I didn't think about all of that. But now that I am reading it, if this is somebody else, I wish I did this, really. You understand? Because this guy actually gave you the full detail, telling you exactly what we said on the show.
Just in case people haven't seen this quote, they might not understand what you're saying. So the story has progressed. It started from Tony saying that some young man was disrespectful to Wole Soyinka. And then, furthermore, Tosin comes out and says, I am the young man. That I am the young person and this and this and this and this. And now there's two stories. Elsie's narrative and your narrative. Well, his narrative that you're defending. Elsie's narrative is just representing what the public is saying, that he was lying and he actually meant it literally, that he is the young person. But after listening to what Tosin is trying to say, he deliberately put a university. If he didn't do those things, I'd have thought maybe he was trying to do some damage control over his lie. But he deliberately put a university that does not exist. He put a course that does not exist. And you can see the fiction in the post. So he's saying now that I'm in this university, I'm educated, but I also can't read. And then he's also saying
also doesn't know Wole Soyinka.
And he doesn't know Wole Soyinka, but at the same time, he's spoken to Wole Soyinka.
It's not that he doesn't know Wole Soyinka, but he wasn't taught about Wole Soyinka in school.
So,
of which someone like Wole Soyinka, we should all know a Wole Soyinka. It should be a course
the thing is that the fact that he's a popular person makes me believe this story, because on his show, he announces a lot his history, and he's never said he had a PhD. So he wasn't specifically lying. He was deliberately writing a story about a supposed Bobo Fine, like he's saying that bait. No, yes, it's a bait. He's saying that this could be the story, and anyone could be Bobo Fine. I could have a story as to why I didn't want to give up my seats to Mr. Wole Soyinka. I could have what's it called, the dyslexia, what autism. I could have autism, or I could just not feel like giving you up the seats. So he's saying that think about this dysfunction of the society and think that this could have been this person. He wasn't even trying to be disrespectful. He just had a condition. That's what he was trying to do. But I think I completely missed it until I went to his post, because I thought he was being literal, but he's not.
Okay. All support is going for Tosin Odumfa, but we'll have to continue this conversation after the break, and that will be when I'll be introducing our studio guest. We'll be right back.
It's where the big stories live. This is Plus TV Africa.
When I did it, I was full on, hands-on on the whole project.
So how did you deal with it? All of that negativity?
I got depressed, obviously. Duh. Haven't you heard?
I've got 2 of the hottest topics currently trending on social media. If you've seen the word Senate trending on Twitter, that's because the Nigerian police force has gone Trump style.
I haven't shared this with anyone, but I reckon I get about like 100 people asking for help a day. That's a fact. I can prove that.
Welcome back. This is Tea Time on Plus TV Africa, and we're swiftly going to introduce our studio guest. Our guest is a Nigerian Nollywood actor, a model, a filmmaker, TV host, and MC who hails from Ogun State. He's the youngest child of his parents, a graduate of economics from the Covenant University. His career took off on the popular Mnet soap opera Tencel, and has been in movies and TV series such as Hush, Deadline, A Perfect Plan, A Soldier Story, Happy Family, Two Sides of a Coin, Honeymoon Hotel, Four Crooks and a Rookie, and Heaven's Hell. He won Best Short Film in Africa 2015 at the Zafa Global Awards for the short film Scene Betrayal with his production company House of Baaj Pictures. Let's make welcome the self-trained smooth actor Baaj Adebule.
Drum rolls.
Hi.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Yeah, so before we start talking about you, what's your take on the whole Wole Soyinka getting up and sitting down issue?
Which part? Is it the
Okay, let's start from the part where, let's start from
what
where
do you
it
understand
started.
from this, and what's your take?
No, before he does his take, I want to understand his take on an elderly person sitting on your seat in a plane. It's not just anywhere, it's not a bus, but your plane seat, and then you want that, probably you chosen the window view and you probably paid for it.
I know the story.
What's your take on that? Should he have just let it go because it's Wole Soyinka?
I think it all has to do with the person. If you want to let it go, you can let it go. If you want your seat, you want your seat. It's there's this assumption,
what would you
especially
have done?
for Wole Soyinka, you can have the whole freaking plane. But that's me. That's just me, because I'm a fan. So that's me, you know. But for you don't have to do what I want to do because it's what I want to do. It's just a Nigerian thing, man. We try to say we wish our laws were stronger and they were more enforced. We wish everyone would do the right thing. But once it doesn't play into your own dynamic or your own skewed view of life or whatever you personally want or your belief, there's a problem. That's the only time you are not okay with the rules being followed. And I honestly, the only person that actually has an issue with this is the person that put up the post, that took the picture, and the people backing it. Because I'm not like I know him personally, but I'm 100% sure. Okay, I can't be 100% sure, but I really don't think
Wole Soyinka has an issue.
problem with this. That's the funny part about the thing.
Which is what I admire about the guy who said that Wole Soyinka also said is fine with it, and he also spoke about when he started the confraternity in Nigeria and all of that.
Let's not forget that this is fiction and he's just talking, so we cannot just
yeah,
be
but I'm just
basing it
saying,
on that.
Even in his fiction, he's trying to make a point.
Yeah,
that
but let's just make sure
Wole
we share his
Soyinka's
fiction.
character and his.
We'll
and his
not have a problem. That's the
And I think we
same
mentioned
thing
that
I'm
yesterday too, when I said, I don't think we should even be talking about Wole Soyinka because he didn't have an issue with it.
Yeah.
Because if it was, you'd have probably heard more. It was probably just a regular conversation. Sorry, sir, please, this is my seat. Okay, no problem, bro. I'm sure it was a very short, quick conversation, but someone just started
carry the wahala on someone else.
What's your take on Tosi Odunfa's
his
literary piece according to Ife Squared?
I honestly didn't read it. I just like read what someone said. Oh, it's him. Okay. I didn't really read his epistle, but it's now that I'm hearing it. Like, okay, yeah, that can make sense. It's a joke that would definitely go over a lot of people's head, especially here.
Yeah.
You know, but if you get the joke, it's actually just making a very strong point that the only reason why some people are saying it as an offense is because you're assuming, especially with the way the guy was described, that he's some irresponsible boy. And this is a great man. If it was just an average old man and that was Wizkid, you won't say that. You're like, why is he sitting on Wizkid's chair?
True that.
So it's all about, it's a dynamic and everything. So the joke is cool.
It's a cool joke.
Okay, let's talk about you and the industry. How has it been?
It's been good. It's been definitely better than it used to be.
Can you give us a timeline on that? When did it get better?
Well, I think from Hush, it pretty much got better from Hush. Before Hush, it was tasking.
Were you full-time back then when it was hard?
Yeah, I was. I was working after I graduated. I worked for like 2 years-ish. Then I now finally went fully into acting and modeling and the whole thing. But it took like 3 years before I finally started like at least making enough money to start making any kind of money.
I just want to ask, I know that, oh sorry.
No, go ahead.
Okay. I know that your background in Covenant wasn't in the media or anything like that. And we always, people who actually study in the media always have beef with people like that. But I just want to know, when you were transitioning, first of all, why did you transition from that? Is it that you studied something just for your parents and you've always had that interest?
Like every other Nigerian.
And then did you do any kind of training or qualification for?
Personally, yeah. Well, from the beginning part, well, not for all Nigerians, but for most of us, when it comes to school, the way our academic structure is, it doesn't give you a chance to actually discover what you want to do. Your parents don't give you a chance to discover what you want to do. Society doesn't give you a chance to discover what you want to do. They tell you what you have to do, what you should do, what you should be doing, what you have to be.
Stereotype.
Yeah, there's no real chance to actually explore. So most of the times, when you're in school, you're studying what you've either been told to study or what your friends are studying or what you think is going to be a good idea. You actually don't even know what you want to do. So I didn't actually figure that out till after school. When I was working, and it was during the job, I was like, this is a very nice place to work, but why don't I feel like I should be here? You know, start having that like a fish out of water kind of feeling, like you can't breathe. And I hated this. A lot of people are okay with it, and there's nothing bad about it. But personally, I just didn't like this feeling of hating Mondays and TGI Fridays.
Yeah.
I didn't like that. I was like, is this how I'm going to spend the next, 20, 30, 40 years of my life? Once it's Monday, I'm upset. Once it's getting to Friday, yes, it's almost Friday. No, I want to go to work and smile, man. You spend 5 days of your entire week there. I can't be unhappy for 5 days, man. So after working for a bit, I started trying out what I actually love doing, you know, and finally I just got this small stint on Tinsel. Very small, like 2 episodes, and I was like, this is it. I can't remember last time I was this happy. Even though I had like 4 lines, but I was just so happy that like this is it.
Okay, so in in an interview in 2018, you said, and I quote, "There was a lot of discipline involved in my childhood. For that, I'm eternally grateful." How do you apply this discipline in the entertainment industry? You know what it is to be in the entertainment industry.
I think my mom takes a lot of props for that because the thing is,
Our moms do.
the entertainment industry is pretty much not just Nigeria now. We're talking about worldwide. It's structured in a way that for you to go up, most times you have to do things you're not too proud of. Not just illegal, but immoral things. Things that you wouldn't want to talk about outside that circle of where you're doing it, you know. And you're always presented with that kind of opportunity here. But I realized that not that I don't even want to do it. Sometimes if I even want to do this thing, let me go to the next level, but I can't. You know, there's just this, I don't know what
What's our distance though?
No.
I mean, share, so we'll know what
Spill some
distance
tea.
are.
It's tea time.
You're having tea?
Come on, spill,
No.
spill.
I plead the fifth.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's just,
Alright.
you just find that you can't do it, and you keep wondering why can't you do it. So maybe you just go see your mom sometime, and you're talking to her, and you just realize, oh, it's your fault. Yes, you realize that because of the way she's lived her life and the way you've been brought up, there's just some things that you just can't do, and I'm eternally grateful to that because it's difficult to say no to those things, but
Yeah.
I have the pleasure of it coming easy. So I'm grateful for that.
All right, I obviously know you're self-taught. You actually went online to study on acting and you learned up close and personal with your favorite actors, considering the fact that you blew up at a very good platform. But I would like to know I know acting is all about getting into character, and what character was so difficult for you to get in, and as soon as you got into that character, it took you a while for you to get out of it, like you started talking like, yeah, my name is Baaj.
To get out of it wasn't too difficult because I always try to make sure my real life and my work life are as far apart as possible. So when I'm done with work, I get to go home and meet my home, my people, and just remember who I am as a person. But as for like changing, the one I thought was going to be most difficult was Thank God. That's the name of the character. He's a poor Okada man that is confused about his sexuality.
Okay.
When I first got the script, I was like, how do I pull this off? I thought that was super difficult, which it was while playing it. But I now found that the one that happened to be the most difficult for me was something that would have been pretty easy to other people. That was Zena. The character is just this fine boy, thinks he's the finest guy in the world, thinks girls should just fall at his feet. Yeah, he's pretty much Johnny Bravo, in short. And for some reason, that was super difficult for me to play. I did not understand why. I did the whole everything. It took me like I think 2 days before I finally started getting it right. When the film came out, I was like, I really hope I didn't screw this up. Like it was that nerve-wracking.
So off the back of that,
Yeah.
I know a lot of ladies, they've been
Sorry,
falling-
but before you do, I know there's a very not so deep question that I want to ask.
Okay.
What is your favorite beverage?
There's this lemonade drink I'm kind of addicted to right now. Yeah, so I think it's that one. I can't remember the name. It just has lemonade written on it. But that's it right now.
Okay.
Why? That question looks
Are
like
we
he's-
getting somewhere with this?
Okay, I'll let it go. Just go ahead.
So we're not getting anywhere.
No,
with
we're
this?
not.
You're not going
What
to tell
kind
us.
of answer
I'm
is
sure, I'm sure that's not the answer you were looking for.
Probably it was, but don't worry.
Okay.
Okay.
If I go ahead with your question.
Like I just lost my train of thought thinking about your question. Well, I'm going to
oh,
go
you're
ahead.
getting it back.
No. I have several questions for Baaj. So obviously, I said when you were coming on the show, a lot of ladies obviously called in and were like, oh, Baaj is coming, sending in messages and all of that. So you're kind of like the ladies' man, and some people would describe you as a dimpled guy,
Yeah, I hear that a
right?
lot. Yeah.
So break some hearts or give some hope. Is Baaj in a relationship?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I mean, I knew that before now.
Shut up.
How did you know?
I think I've seen you two in some places.
I
Yeah,
doubt that.
that's a story for another day.
He doubts that.
Yeah, but I know that you say you are picky with your roles, the roles you want to play. And there is the case of balancing the roles you want to play and wanting to make money.
Yeah, definitely.
So how do you handle that? Especially when you take on these roles and you don't really love them, but you have to do it. How do you motivate yourself?
You muscle through it, man. You just there's no actor, not just in Nollywood. I mean, it's the entire world. You just close your eyes and just muscle through it and just keep. it's one of those few times when you get to live your life like a 9-to-5 person, and the work for once starts feeling like a Monday to TGIF thing. So you just keep counting down the days to when you're finishing, or the amount of scenes you have left, and just try to focus on it, but just you can't wait to finish. You have to do it. It happens. It's not every time you get to have a script that is great with a great character, with great directors, and it's not every time. It's actually pretty rare. So you just muscle through it and try to do a good job. I hope when it comes out, your displeasure doesn't show.
All right. So I noticed a lot of diversity in your craft. Whenever I watch your movies, sometimes you're the bad guy, you know, the guy with the dreadlocks, with the braids, with the earrings, with the tattooed face cap guy. but sometimes you're still the calm, you know, lover boy and all of that. If you have to choose a character, like you have to pick, like, okay, this is the role I permanently want to act.
That can't even happen.
That can happen. So you wouldn't choose.
No.
But which one do you enjoy acting the most? The bad guy or the good guy?
It depends on how it's written, to be honest. It's really depends on how it's written. If the bad guy is just written to be bad just for the case of being bad, then that's not fun.
Without a motive.
You know,
you have to be like Thanos, right?
I love Thanos. It has to be written in a way that he thinks he's the hero of his own story. Because the truth is, in real life, there's no one that actually thinks they're the bad guy. Everyone thinks they're the good guy, and whoever is against them is the bad guy. So if it's written in a way that the guy is doing what he's doing because he thinks he's either doing something right, or he doesn't have a choice, or life has brought him to the point that this is who he is, or that kind of stuff, yeah, it's more entertaining to play that. But it's just, I'm bad because I want to do bad. That's always boring. So it's both for the good and the bad. It's really, it has to do with the script.
Yeah.
It always has to do with the script.
All right, so finally, what's next for Baaj before we round up the show?
Well, right now, I'm finally getting ready to shoot my first feature. Yeah, I've always just been doing short films and pilots, but finally we're almost done with the script, and we should have done it a month ago, but I didn't like that story. It didn't feel like something I'll be proud of 5 years down the line, especially if it's my first. So this one, finally, a story that really touches a lot of social issues, talks about what is going on right now in relationships, and also touches on this kidnapping issue that's going on. It's pretty much a big thing in Nigeria now, unfortunately. But it also touches on that. So I just like the fact that my first film is going to be something that is relatable with our current situation.
We're waiting and expecting.
Yeah, and that's what we'll be waiting for. Good luck with that.
Thank you.
And that's exactly how we wrap up on Tea Time this morning. Do join us later in the day for fresh new episodes of the program. Until then, thank you as always goes to my co-anchors Ife Oshunke and Ife Omai. Of course, our studio guest Baaj. Thank you for being here, and the entire production team. My name is Elsie Godwin saying thank you for watching.